Shooting guard, 6 feet 4 inches, number 0, Alexander. Starting center, at 6 foot 9 inches, number 33, Steve. On the block, 6 feet 1 inches, number 2.
It's the NBA on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you all the action. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. We've got the visiting team facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Davis is out there with the general. Then it's Kemp. Then there's Slim. And it's Brooks in at the power forward. Here's the general. Here's Davis. Here's the general. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Pass to Coleman. Tipped away. Gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And that one falls for Kemp. And so Kemp nails both of them.
That's a familiar sight. He hardly ever wastes his chances at the line. Cashes in regularly.
Passes to Goose. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup.
It's got to be nice for them to know that game in and game out, his offense is going to be there for him.
Kemp with the bucket. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. The pass to Speedy. Here's Alexander.
Oh! That's not a petty or a Manny, folks. That's a facial. That's up right there. This guy is always bringing the noise.
Is there anybody, Greg, in the game that enjoys attacking the basket more?
Only him.
Yeah.
Nobody that I can think of. That's part of what makes him go.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam.
When you can make adjustments to the shot in midair and midstream and still knock it down, you know you're flowing.
Left side Kemp. 5 to shoot. Here's the general. Here's Brooks. Got a piece of it. And they're running. Here's Coleman. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
And the foul called on ABC. That is his first foul of the game. Pass to Speedy. Stolen by Walker.
You know what? That passing lane wasn't open for long. He closed it down in a heartbeat there to get the steal.
Gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Passes it to Coleman. Baseline J on the way. That's good on the jump shot. Cowboys got his first bucket in this one. Outside Kemp. From 13, his shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor. Gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. To the paint, stolen by Walker. The numbers in their favor. Pull up Jay. A putback. It's good on the putback. Brooks has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by.
But only if you grind hard enough to get yourself in tight before the shot goes up, guys. You've got to get your work done before the shot is attempted.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going in this quarter.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Here's Walker. And that one falls coming off of Davis's feed. Walker's got his first basket of the night.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Well, I think it's got to serve notice to the defense that it's going to take a much stronger effort than that to contain this guy today. They've got to bring more force if they're going to try to slow him down.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
The pass to Speedy. Baller. He's covered by Kemp. Pass to Baller. Shot clock at 6. Speedy. Brooks grabs the board.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
And a trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well, Greg.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
It's stolen by Davis. Lets it go with the 3. But they'll get another chance. Shot's good by Walker.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
Here's Coleman. Sinks the triple. Cowboys got 5 now. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. The away team up 5. And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
You know what? They're dominating on the backboard. They have controlled the paint thus far.
Flexing their muscles down low, and they've limited second chances too, guys.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. They've got Sergei Karasov. McCray is out there with Cowboy. Then it's Jones. And it's Ostertag in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Good on the bucket. And it's 6 points for Brooks. Brooks has gone 3 for 5 from the field. Here's McCray. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. By himself, finishes the break with a slam.
Agile play to get his hand in there and get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
Coleman, the pass to McCray. Screen by Jones. Off the screen. Pops loose off the pick and hammers it home.
And guys, that's one of the more basic plays in anybody's playbook, but not to mention also truly one of the best.
And Greg, the pick frees him up, and the dunk caps it off.
Well, you know, for me, guys, it's all about positioning and anticipation on those screen plays, and they got it right there.
Shoots. Kemp can't hit. And the ball really well in this game, 58%. Passes it to Ostertag. Here's Cowboy. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The pass to Ostertag. Here's McCray. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Here's Karasov. He dishes it to Jones. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. And good on the second, so he makes them both. So it's the visitors now.
And in that game, guys, I mean, the beneficiary of what was some very lackluster defense being played against them.
Agreed, guys. It was really quite shocking and disappointing how many free runs to the hoop they got.
Pass to Goose. Here's McCray. Whoa!
Hey, hey, hey! Watch out, man. Watch out.
Oh, forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown.
Exercising his authority.
Three-pointer, Brooks. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7.
You know what? I think he thinks he can make a few improvements to how things are going on right now.
Yeah, and you know, coaches always are looking for ways to tweak things and change it up a little bit, no matter what the situation is. That's what coaches do.
Speedy's checked in for Jones. They set the screen. Passes it to Goose. Here's McCray. Brooks covering. Here's McCray. Shot clock at 5. Speedy. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up.
That's what they've got him out there for, fellas.
Got a piece of it. And they're on the break. The three, hands it from downtown. Davis has got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Yeah, and it should help them increase their separation here. I mean, this has been an impressive offensive output.
Here's Speedy. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that. So it's the visitors now. They have a 9-point lead. They're off to battle the Clippers after this game as they'll be playing at the Staples Center. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. Here's Walker.
Oh! Oh! Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark.
And guys, I know there are a lot of questions right now defensively for this team. There's no doubt about that.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And the pass to Speedy. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Baller. That's short off the rim.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
And just a little bit ragged defensively.
Yeah, it's so bad I would even go a step farther and call it raggedy. I mean, that's how their defense has been overall today.
And so we wrap up the first half. The away team, they lead by 8. It's time now to go courtside as we set.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you've enjoyed our chat. Let's get your insight on the visiting team.
The area where they impressed me the most has been on the boards. When the shot's gone up, everybody goes for it. Just a matter of maintaining that energy, playing with that same kind of aggression in the final 2 quarters.
How about you, Kenny? What did you think about? That's it for now, as the second half is just about ready to go.
And now the third quarter about to get going.
When you're hot, and that's certainly been the case for the franchise. 12 points, and he's done his job at the charity stripe. He's gotten 4 of his points from there.
And that's a good place to get them. They don't come easier than that, but you've got to get yourself there first.
Kicking off the second half, here's Brett Brown's foul. We've got Davis. Slim is out there with Brooks. And there's the general, and it's Kemp in at the small forward.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yep, he was on the money, that's no doubt. Knocked loose. Shot on the wing. They get the rebound. Walker. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And, guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. Pass to the general. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
And a wise move to call timeout there. They need to settle down a bit. They've been playing out of control at times here, and it shows with their turnover numbers.
Gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Coleman, the pass to Goose. The feed to Karasov. Here's Goose. Pass to Coleman. Shot clock at 6. No good from outside.
Boy, he's got a nice-looking stroke. That almost went in.
Yeah, and a lot of times he'll still knock those down no matter how good the D is.
Well, some really terrific numbers for Walker. He has 11 points and also 3 steals. He's been tough on the inside and displayed great vision with his passing, too.
And you know what? He is the total package today, giving them a little bit of everything.
Jones checked in for Goose. It's deflected. And the basket by Carousel.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
The general passes to Turner. And it's blocked. And that goes out of bounds. And they retain possession. Gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Walker. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation.
And a moment here to look at the numbers for the General. First in free throw shooting, third in scoring, and he's an eraser inside, a definite factor defensively, right in that top 5 in blocks per game.
And it's nice when you've got a guy who doesn't miss much from the line. You just keep the ball in his hands in clutch situations. He's been automatic this season.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. And he gets it to go.
That is an elegant move to drop in the floater there, guys.
Low block shot, snatched away. Knocked away. Turner with the steal. A finish, and Turner throws it down.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
On the basket by Jones.
Just couldn't get a hand in the face on that one.
That's using what you got. He's got a height advantage, put it to good use there, and got himself a clean look.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
Gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. Stolen by Walker. And Davis, here we go. And it's Davis finishing it off.
And how about a little bit of showmanship there as he increases the lead?
Oh, I like that. That's got to be, though, a tough pill for the defense to swallow.
Well, he's a guy that you know can hurt you with his passing. And right there, he does some damage with his finishing, too.
Risky pass in a situation like that. Very lucky that wasn't a steal.
Fortunate to get it through. I thought he was headed the other way with that one.
And there's the 3-second violation. And now let's bring you the list of the top three-point shooting teams over the course of the past 10 games.
When you knock down three-pointers at a high rate, it's attributable to spacing, Kevin. Spreading the floor so defenses can't cover that shot and get there to challenge him.
Goose, he's checked in for Jones. And they'll keep possession. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
100% since halftime. Come on now. I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon with that kind of marksmanship.
Howard, that's good.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
There's 18 seconds left in the third. That's tipped. It's stolen by Davis. All alone and finished off by Davis.
It's hard to believe that he's a point guard. I mean, he can power those dunks down as well as any big man in the league.
If not better. If not better. He's a phenomenal finisher.
Enjoys.
And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. Goose out there with McCray. And it's ABC, and it's Cowboy, and it's Speedy in at the 5, down low.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush.
Here's Coleman. Drops in the tray.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
The offensive rebound, Davis, and a missed layup.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry.
Alexander gets the bucket.
He's doing his best to carry him, fellas, but he can only do so much. Things would be different for them if he was getting a little more help.
Drains the three-pointer.
He wasn't able to get his name in the score sheet in the first half, but he looks like he's starting to find his comfort zone here.
Yeah, maybe a change of the game plan right now, looking at some different sets because of the matchups.
Yeah, I agree with you because they're looking to tweak things to maybe get those matchups working in their favor.
Baller, he's checked in for McCray. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Steve Clifford had to say to his team. He is not pleased. He told them they have to make a push right now. He said, look, we got to make a move or I've got to pull the plug. Pretty blunt stuff, Kevin. Back to you.
Gotten all three of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Speedy the pass to Alexander. Off on the layup.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
It's deflected, and it ends up out of bounds. They'll keep possession. Here's the general.
He's been ice cold throughout the second half, really struggling to get a basket.
That's what we call good defense in the paint, worth its weight in gold.
It absolutely is, and maybe even more than that. I mean, you saw it right there. Without his presence, that's an easy basket.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
And Howard has it in the corner.
You know, guys, the teamwork and rhythm we saw from them earlier just isn't there right now. They've lost it, and the turnovers are starting to pile up.
Guys, they've really built a nice lead here.
And doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Straight rim rocker.
It looked like Greg for a second, like he might rip the cylinder loose.
Now that is some real industrial size strength right there.
They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
Really an extraordinary game for Goose. He has 8 points, and he's been a good on-the-ball defender, too. He's got a pair of steals.
Yeah, he's just made a lot of very heads-up plays, and his defense really has been a difference maker. Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question.
And he should be. I mean, remove all doubt. Get it down, hard, and simple.
They get the rebound. Good work there as it goes. Turner's got 10 points in just the second half.
And if you thought this game was over already, you're probably right.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, it's staring us right in the face, and we've been around long enough to know when a game is over. And this one is in that category.
Kicks it to Walker. Inside leaner. That falls. Nice feed that time from Turner.
He's got some serious momentum going right now. He's been great all day. Even last game, he was on fire.
Pedal to the metal, Greg, is his style. He's got his foot on it, and he's not letting up. Guys, good job working it down low and getting the high percentage look there. That's good basketball.
1:15 left in the fourth. And the pass to Coleman. Swing shot on the way, and the shot goes down. 1:06 left in the game. Now here's Howard. Defense right on him. Can't connect from 13 feet out.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm. And how many extra possessions have they gotten because of that rebounding edge?
Well, it's been a bunch, and I think it's made the difference in the game. I mean, they've actually done a great job on the board.
Pass to Alexander. Walker with the rebound.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Back to Howard. Another miss by Howard. Here's Alexander. And the 3 off target. Davis dishes to Walker. Takes it from 10. Moves back up. And Davis lays it in.
Well, guys, they came in here and really took charge from the opening tip. This is such a tough thing to do for a visiting team. This contest was played on their terms.
And, you know, that's not the way it usually works in the NBA. It's going to be a great win, and you know it's going to be a happy plane ride out of here for sure.
The visiting club takes the win on the road. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
And that's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And now to our good friend